We're live.
1 minute.
Going live in 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Trying to get the best view for you. Little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Ooh, needs to be over here. Can I put them back to back? Can I do it like that? There you go. There you go. Can I see? Can I see? Can I see? Can I see? 1 minute to go, y'all. Okay, get my notes, get my book.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
In 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I'm on here. There you go.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talent, share our finances. Most of all, let's share our love.
Let's share our love.
Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directed to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif.
Excuse me, y'all.
Excuse me. Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao.
Ni hao in China.
Namaste.
Namaste.
In Japan, Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Здравствуйте. In
Здравствуйте.
Germany, Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
In Poland,
Dzień dobry.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
In Spain, hola. In
Hola.
Italy, ciao.
Ciao.
In Egypt, Asen Masasen.
Awesome.
In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Kenya. In South Africa, Salmona. In
Okay, let me get my intro, y'all. Hold on a second.
In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Do you worry about finance, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, don't be afraid.
Promo.
It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down to earth, solid, workable truth and techniques.
Oh, excuse me, y'all. Sorry.
Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything.
I'm still on my cleanse, so what comes in must come out.
Or just make extra money. Take advantage of the deal today. Go to zeldaspeaks.com or call 312-409.
Be right back, y'all. Hold on.
Mention promo code The Female Solution and get free shipping. That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit zeldaspeaks.com. morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered. Stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Zelda Speaks.
Grand Rising, and thank you for joining me this morning on the Female Solution Monday Morning Mindfulness Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. I'm just here to start your week off with a mindfulness stress relief session. It is Monday, February 11th, 2019. We are celebrating Black History Month. And if today is your birthday, happy Earth Day to you and to yours. And today's guest will be the one and only comedian. I've been waiting for about a year now to get this sister. She's a hot potato. She's an awesome sister. Her name is comedian Crystal Tucker. And I saw her on the internet. Her stage name is Red Velvet. And someone sent me a video about a year ago. She said there's a sister online who responded to the nastiness of a Caucasian woman who told her to go back to Africa. Oh my God. This sister was so smooth. She made me proud to spell my name Woman because she went there. She didn't get ignorant. She didn't cuss her out. She simply taught this woman a lesson. And I am so happy to be a benefactor of that lesson because I learned more than I ever knew about Black history. So if you are listening this morning online, we are live on Facebook.com, Zelda Speaks, and also on the YouTube channel for the Higher Learning Network TV show. So if you go to YouTube and type in the Higher Learning Network TV show, you can pick up the channel as well. Feel free to send us your comments and suggestions on Twitter and Instagram. On both of those, actually on Twitter, I'm on Zelda Speaks to You, the number 2 and the letter U, Zelda Speaks to You on Twitter. And on Instagram, it's just Zelda Speaks. And if you'd like to join the conversation this morning, 515-605-9325. And remember, you must press 1 in order to be heard. Because if you don't, I have no way of knowing that. I have to see your numbers light up on the switchboard. And today's traffic and weather is sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. There's a $100 iTex bonus sign up for new members, businesses and entrepreneurs that join up online, and you must use the promo code Zelda, Z-E-L-D-A, in order to get that bonus. There is a winter warning in effect. Ice, sleet, snow, rain, it's all there. It's a hot mess outside. If you're going outside today, allow yourself some extra time because traffic is horrible. If you get outside and you see that there's ice, do not. I was out in it yesterday and it was all over the place. Get this hair out of my face. Thank you. I had to drive, I don't know how many few miles an hour. This is getting on my ways. Good morning, Dennis and Vivian. Thank you so much. There are several delays for the Metro. If you are headed for the UP West line, you might want to check with Metra.com. And also at Division and Sacramento, there's a crash, so expect delays there. Also, there's a crash at Higgins and Foster. So expect delays. As we take a look at the Kennedy inbound, it's 40 minutes. It was 50 minutes 10 minutes ago, almost an hour. It's 40 minutes inbound, 40 minutes on the reverse. Yeah, traffic is slow this morning, so do expect delays. If you are on the Eaton, it's 28 minutes inbound, 21 minutes on the reverse. On the Stevenson to Lakeshore Drive, it's 30 minutes to the Tri-State, 40 minutes outbound. That crash has been cleared on I-55 just past the Tri-State. Inbound on the Ike, it is 32 minutes, 30 minutes outbound. On the Ryan, 30 minutes, 15 minutes on the inbound. On the Bishop Ford, 24 minutes in and 42 minutes out due to that earlier accident. It's usually a little less traffic, but it's 42 minutes this morning. It is what it is. And Lakeshore Drive, it is 20 minutes in both directions. 18 minutes in both directions. As we take a look at the O'Hare Blue Line, expect delays due to earlier problem in all the stops. Just expect delays. So pull out your iPods, your earpieces, and stick them in your ear and join me this morning for the morning meditation. And by the time you come out of the meditation, you'll be where you're supposed to be. And this traffic and weather is sponsored by Karen Kelly of iTex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. There's a $100 new member bonus for businesses and entrepreneurs that join online, but you must use the promo code ZELDA. ZELDA. And I say that because Richard Pegee, you all remember Richard Pegee from Dusty Radio 1390 and Gospel Radio 1390 back in the day. People would call in and say, I want to speak to Zelva. I want to speak to Zelma. And he would say, no, her name is Zelda. So people would get the D. So it's Zelda. So thank you very much. If you are, speaking of traffic is a little congested. But on the way, if you are headed to the Chicago Auto Show, today is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today is day 3 of the auto show. And I am not an auto show fan because there's just a little bit too much walking for me. You know, I have a history of walking issues. That's why I stay at the gym, so I can keep this knee and this leg and this hip mobile. But if you are going today, there is some enticements to get you there. And I attended on Media Day. There was an awesome panel, and my sister of the microphones, our executive director, Naima Latif, showed up. And there we took photos and attended the session there was a women's panel called What Drives Her? And I'm thinking to myself, What Drives Her is a panel that was designed to show young women that there are careers, 6 figures, starting at 6 figures in the automotive industry, because there was a panel of like 5 on one panel, 5 on the other, and 5 on the other. And I was like, wow, I had no idea that there were so many women in the automotive industry, from technician, not just receptionists anymore, but actual engineers, technicians, and things of that nature. So I was like, wow, that was powerful. So that was very enlightening. So if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see from Saturday, Zelda Speaks. No, I'm sorry, did I say it was Friday? I went Friday. If you click on Zelda Speaks, I've got a 5-part series, and you'll even see me in there. I took a test ride. I let Rachel of the Ultimate TV convince me to take a Jeep ride. She's like, get it, let's take a car ride. It's like, nah, I'm not into cars. But when I saw the Jeeps, I was like, oh, yes, I'll take a Jeep ride. Baby, let me tell you, I took the Jeep ride, and I was in for the ride of my life. You ever been to, what's that amusement park up north on North Chicago? I can't remember the name of it, but where they have 5 fast rides, and Lord have mercy, I was screaming to the top of my lungs because we got in the Jeep and you're going over bumps and hills, and then we got to one and where you just went straight down, and I lost my straight down man. Anyway, it's fun. So go to Facebook when you see uh, the Chicago Auto Show. I think it's part 2. It's part 2. I think it is. 1 or 2. I don't know. But anyway, you'll enjoy that. You'll get a chance to do the little scenario. But you got to go yourself. It's a good experience. And there's a discount admission. You can enter to win cars. So it's a good day. And if you need extra money, want to learn how to make money on Amazon, go to zeldaspeaks.com and click on training. And also, we're always looking for health ambassadors. If you want to make money, go to diabeticdonut.com. Learn how to get rid of diabetes, as I have done, and I'm a testimony. If I can do it, anybody can do it, because I love me some sweet potato pie and some coconut pie and some real velvet cake and some German chocolate cake and some butter cookies, but I can't eat all that stuff because body just don't use it like it used to. So, I'm not as active as I used to be. So, body got to do what it's got to do. You don't do what you got to do, body give you diabetes and a bunch of other stuff. I ain't trying to get none of my limbs cut off. So that is the experience. And if you are a fan of Michael Collier, comedian Michael Collier, not a lot of comedians, right? We need Monday morning because laughter heals the body. Michael Collier was here in December for his one-man show. It's called Michael Collier's Mama. And it was just simply delightful. It was a world famous DuSable Museum. And I had a chance to do a live interview with him. I walked backstage, and honey, he is hilarious. I've always loved him. So it was like a dream come true. I can cross that off my bucket list because this brother is awesome. Anyway, it is now on I haven't posted on my Facebook page yet, but I did post it on the YouTube channel, the Higher Learning Network TV show. So get a chance to go through that. You will love it. You will not believe what I did, but I'm transparent, so I don't care. I can laugh at myself, but I hope you'll get a good laugh too, because as funny as he is. And excuse me. Speaking of other shows, this Wednesday I'll be attending Media Day for the play by August Wilson. It's called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It is funny. It's not funny. It is. It's funny. It's history. And it talks about how our people were treated in the 20s and 30s. And Ma Rainey was no punk. Do you hear me? Ma Rainey was a pistol packing sister who didn't take no SHIT off of nobody in the 30s. Do you hear me? Who does that? This sister was bad. So I saw it like 10 years ago. And I'm always scouring the internet to find out when it's going to be back. Do yourself a favor. It is not in Chicago. It is I think it's Glencoe, Illinois. That's only like a 30, 45-minute drive from here. But I promise you, it is worth everything you have ever seen in your life. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, written by director Chuck Wilson, who's a brother. And all I got to say is go see it. So that's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. If you want more information, it's in Glencoe, Illinois? Yeah, go to writerstheater.org and you will be glad you did. And if you are in the business of healing and laughter and updating yourself and keeping abreast of what's going on in your spiritual world, not in the physical world, because it ain't nothing but garbage and noise and disaster and chaos and confusion if you look at the news. I just have to look at it to get you the weather report and the traffic. Other than that, I'm cutting it off. I'm not trying to hear it. But I do want you to hear this message this morning. And today's message is taken from Inspirational Conversations, Volume Israel, aka Zelda Speaks, and it's taken from February 11th. Today is February 11th. I don't always read from the same date. I read from what Spirit gives me. And today it gave me February 11th. And it says, as we continue Black History Month, honoring Black History Month, let us be reminded of those who came before us, who had many challenges and milestones along the way. but they shine like the diamonds that they truly are. Some of you may be familiar with some, you may not, but nevertheless, they were out there making a way possible. Trailblazers in media like Chicago's own Yvonne Daniels, another sister who didn't take no stuff in the 80s and 90s in radio. She worked at WNUA, where I was a producer for the Denise Jordan Walker Show. Bernadine C. Washington. If you know anything about gospel, you know anything about radio, WGCI back in the day, Bernadine C. Washington. Lena Mills, Go Lightly. Florence Dyson. Gertrude Maud Roberts. Gertrude Maud Roberts, get the name right. Isabel Joseph Johnson. Yes, and our very own Miss Mary D., who just retired from Channel 9, I think about 5 years ago. These pioneers paved the way when there was no way for women in radio. Akeisha Keys, Atifa, Effie Roth, Pam Morris, Karen Fletcher, Carla Box, Troy Tyler, Beyonce Fox, Chris Kelly, Zelda Robinson, yours truly, and so many more. These ladies are pioneers in their own generation because they have picked up where the pioneers left off and are making room for the next set of women broadcasters. So the question is today, what are you making room for in your life as we celebrate and honor the pioneers who came before us? Inspirational Stations, 365 Days of Empowerment. Shalom Yisrael, a.k.a. Zelda Space. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this morning mindfulness. And now, as we get ready to do what we need to do to center ourselves, I am going to darken the screen because I don't want you looking at me. I want you to look within. So I'd like for you to close your eyes, and I'm going to switch screens because I don't want you looking at me. I want you to look at the inside of your eyelids. So close your eyes and know that you are at the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing as you give thanks for the breath of life. So what we will do is count to 6 slowly. Inhale, take a long, deep breath and hold it for a hot second and exhale to the count of 6. So let us begin. Inhale deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 6. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Inhale deeply. As you count to yourself, as you inhale, you should feel your chest rise. And as you exhale, you should feel your chest deflate. And if you don't feel that, chances are you are not inhaling correctly. So please inhale deeply. Feeling that chest expand, holding it. And as you exhale, you should feel your shoulders relax. As we give thanks for the breath, we give thanks that we even have breath, that we were awakened this morning because we have work to do. The Creator has designed a very ingenious plan for our lives, and we may not know what that plan is, and we may know what that plan is and procrastinating. You wonder why you can't sleep at night because there's something you're supposed to be doing. Inhale deeply and forgive yourself for not listening to the small inner self, the voice that guides and directs us and that will never, ever steer us wrong. It is the breath of life, and you cannot hear this voice if you are not quiet and if you are not still. So let us continue breathing. Inhale deeply to the count of 6, holding it, and exhale. As we give thanks for the energy that moves from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet, we give thanks as it begins circulating from the top of our head, moving down to the forehead, to the eyebrows, to the eyelashes, to the eye sockets, to the cheeks, to the nose, and the lips. Inhale deeply. Giving thanks that we have a structure, a face, because someone somewhere does not even have a cheekbone or an eyebone or any kind of bone. So give thanks for the bones that structure your face. As you continue breathing and counting to yourself, and allowing the energy to move down through your neck, your shoulders, and the solar plexus, your chest, your stomach, and your sides. We give thanks for this part of the body that holds the diaphragm that allows us to breathe, because someone somewhere's chest has been crushed and they may or may not make it through the day or night. Giving thanks for the chest and the stomach, and hips and the buttocks and the thighs and the knees. Oh, yes, we give thanks. Inhaling deeply, holding it. And as we exhale, we give thanks that the energy continues to flow down through the knees, the legs, the ankles, the shins, the heels, the arches, the top and the bottom of the feet, and the toes. Feel free to wiggle those toes, sending the energy back, right up back through the body, from the arches, the top and the bottom of the feet, the heels, the ankles, the knees, the legs, the thighs, and the hips, sending that energy circulating and percolating right back up through the buttocks and the hips and the back and the shoulders and the chest and the arms and the wrist and the hands and the fingers, and moving back to the neck. That energy makes its way back up to the head, the chin, the mouth, the nose, the cheeks, the ears, and the eyes, and back to the top of the head. As we take a long, deep breath, inhale deeply and exhale, giving thanks for the breath. We give thanks because we are in a position to give thanks, because the Creator has blessed us with the breath. As we give thanks, as we breathe light, love, and laughter today into the energy of our bodies, as we send light, love, and liberty and energy to our brain, to the millions of cells that are awakened and energized and revitalized, that moves down through our throat to our lungs that help us breathe. Inhale deeply. As that energy continues to flow throughout the heart, the spine, the spleen, the colon, where all issues of health begin and end. Plan on getting a colonic of some type. If you have to do it yourself, do yourself a favor. You may live an extra year or decade. Inhale deeply. Giving thanks as that energy to continues to move throughout the stomach and the other inner organs, including the reproductive system, the urinary tract, the reproductive tract, and all other moving organs in the body. We give thanks as we inhale deeply and exhale, chin to chest, because it's a happy kind of day. We have a comedian coming on today who will not only make you think, but you will laugh until the end of the show. I promise you. So if you enjoyed that experience today, please let me know by sending me your comments and via Instagram and social media, Twitter and Facebook. We'd love to have your thoughts. Grand Rising, Chris Bass, my brother of the microphone, thank you so much for joining me this morning. And if you are in a position sometime during the course of the day, and I know you will be, somebody gets on your last nerve, start that breathing exercise. You don't have to breathe for a whole 5 minutes. Just start breathing on them. And chances are they will back up off of you, because they're going to think you have lost your loving mind. And it's okay. And it's really okay if you have a little garlic and a little onion on your breath and blow it on them. They'll really back up and say, Lord have mercy, this child has lost her mind. Well, sometimes you need to lose your mind in order to keep your sanity. So I want you to keep your sanity So I need you to breathe. So please share those comments and suggestions with me today. When you call in at 515-605-9325, press 1 to speak. I need you to just stay tight because I've got to go to a commercial break. And you need to call someone or text someone while we are in this commercial break and let them know that comedian Crystal Tucker, aka Velvet, the Red Velvet, will be here live. So you stay close and we'll be right back. And thanks for listening. All right, y'all. Hold on. Do I need to turn this, put a speaker on here so y'all can hear this? It's not a whole lot louder. Ooh, that sounds horrible. Turn it off. Okay, LaShawn's phone. All right, y'all. Hold on. I got to get my commercials here. Transfer connection. Immediate connection. Holy Wilson Wednesday. All right, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Come on. Grand Rising, and thank you for joining me back here on The Female Solution on Monday Morning Mindfulness, where we just try to make your day just a little bit better. Thank you for joining us. If you are joining online and would like to join the conversation, 515-605-9325, just to give you a traffic update. It's still a little cuckoo outside, but hey, it's Monday morning. You expect that, right? Today's traffic and weather update is brought to you by Karen Kelly of itex.com. Stop paying cash for your business or personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. There's a $100 iTex bonus sign up for new members for business or entrepreneurs that join online. You must use the promo code Zelda, Z-E-L-D-A, Zelda. Okay, you got that? Alrighty. And if you are traveling by Metro, there are still delays this morning. Metroline.com. You need to call them to check to see what the delays are. If you're traveling on the UP West Line, expect serious delays. That crash at Division in Sacramento has been cleared, as well as the crash at Higgins and Foster. As we take a look at your expressways inbound on the Kennedy, it is 50 minutes in both directions. On the Edens, it's 38 minutes in, 28 minutes on the outbound. As we take a look at the Stevenson, it's 36 minutes inbound, 46 minutes outbound. That crash past into the tri-state has been cleared up. Lakeshore Drive, 21 minutes inbound, 24 minutes outbound. As we take a look at the Eisenhower, it is 38 minutes inbound, 48 minutes outbound. On the Ryan, it's 30 minutes inbound and 24 minutes outbound. On the Bishop Ford, 28 minutes inbound and 45 minutes outbound. And the O'Hare Blue Line does have delays due to that earlier problem. And that's your traffic report, sponsored by Karen Kelly of itex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs and use barter dollars instead. And $100 bonus sign up for new businesses that join online. You must sign up and use the promo code Zelda. And speaking of promos, I was sent a promo about a year ago in the mail in Messenger, Facebook Messenger. And I was so in awe of this sister, ladies and gentlemen. I found her on Facebook, and not Facebook, what do you call it? Facebook Messenger. And this sister was I don't want to use the word attacked, but I'm going to use the word attacked. She was attacked mentally by a young woman who told her she needed to go back to Africa. And what did she say that for? Oh my God, this sister read her rights. She is known as Miss Red Velvet, but I'm going to call her Crystal Tucker because I hope it's okay to call you that. Good, grand rising, Miss Crystal Tucker, thank you so much for joining us this morning here on The Female Solution, and welcome. Miss Crystal Tucker, are you with me, dear? I've got your mic open, Crystal. Crystal Tucker, you are live on the air, and I think I need to text her because I'm seeing you, but I don't see you. So y'all just hold on a second. I'm calling Miss Crystal Tucker. And we got a little delay here, but I promise you'll be glad you did. Crystal Tucker. Good morning, Rachel Montgomery. Rachel may have some tickets for us to give away to the auto show today. Crystal Tucker, are you with us this morning?
Good morning.
Okay, sweetie, I need you to call in from the switchboard, 515-605-9325. Is that you with a 90?
Okay.
Okay, call in right now. Thank you, sweetie. That was Crystal. I saw number 901 and I thought that was her, but that was not her. But she will be with us. Thank you. Rachel, will you be calling us? 515-605-9325. Hey, Constance Rucker. Thank you for joining us this morning on the Female Solution. This is your day, Happy Black History Month. And if you are watching online, I think I have Miss Crystal Tucker, Grand Rising. Thank you for joining us, Crystal. Hear you loud and clear. Thank you for joining us this morning on the Female Solution. Welcome. You are a dynamite, awesome, awesome, awesome sister. I have been waiting on this day for a minute, girlfriend, because I saw you read that woman, her rights, the Caucasian woman that told you to go back to Africa, and baby, you went there. I didn't even know you existed, and you make me proud to spell my name Woman. Welcome, Miss Crystal. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a guest here on the Female Solution. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Crystal, and how you got started. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started as a comedian, because that's what I've been told you were a comedian. Oh. Oh my goodness. Girl, you crazy. Oh, she's so funny. I mean, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. Well, before then, so where the nickname come from? Red Velvet. I know there's a story behind that. And you know what? I can barely hear you. Can you speak up just a little bit louder? Oh. Oh. Okay. See, I didn't even know you sang. Oh my goodness. Really? So how'd that work out? How did that work out? Okay. Okay. So to see. So Crystal, how do you go about choosing your topics? Mm, okay. Because that first video that I saw of you with talking about the Caucasian woman who told you to go back to Africa. and you gave her so much history. That was a topic that picked you. Okay. Because mhm. Mm, mm-hmm. Right, right. Mm, mm. Ooh, girl, and you did it. I was so impressed. I was like, wow. And she actually kept all of that in her head. How did she do it? I mean, yeah, that one had to pick you because you were on a roll, girl. You read her right. And it was so professional and so profound and so educational. I was like, yes, this is a sister who needs to be a part of the female solution because you have the solution. It's not to turn our nose up and cuss them out and go there with them, but to educate them because you know she didn't know. Because if she did know, she wouldn't have said something crazy like that. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. You are absolutely right. Well, thanks to the creator for giving you the insight and the information to share this information with our viewing and listening audience. I applaud you and thank you for having the courage to do it in such a dignified and informational way, because you very well could have went there, but you didn't. You chose to inspire, enlighten, and educate all at the same time. So I thank you personally for being the sister that you are, and having a female solution for all this negativity that exists in the world today. Can you tell us about your what you have coming up and what we can expect more of? Mm, 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 mm. Despite the daily setbacks and the chaos and the confusion, we still have it. We just need to get quiet and get still long enough so that it can surface. We we are those same people. Those people who, yes. We are still here by the grace of God. Yes, ma'am. Oh, my Lord. Look out now. That will keep you, that will make them continue to try to suppress us. Yes, ma'am. Because they know there's been some dirt done for thousands, not hundreds, but for thousands of years. Generations to come are still experiencing. And I guess if I did that, I'd be in fear too. I fear for my life. I sure would. And that of the next generation. Amen. Okay. Say that, my sister. Girlfriend, the lines are lit up to take some calls. Area code 336-360 as soon as we, 350, as we come back from this commercial break. If you have just tuned in this morning, you are listening to the one and only Miss Red Velvet, aka comedian and singer, and singer, vocalist, Crystal Tucker from the Dirty South. Can I say the Dirty South, Crystal? I know that's right. And when we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Dirty South because I got roots in the Dirty South. You need to know. I know about some Memphis, Tennessee, and some Crenshaw, Mississippi, and some Slades, and some Markham, and some Falcom, and some Tunica, and some Lambert. I know a little bit of something about the South because I've lived there as a kid. So you just stay close. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What'd you say, Crystal? Oh, yes, ma'am. I know a little something. Trust me when I tell you. So if you just joined the Female Solution this morning, call in. The lines are lit up. I'll still get your call. Just work with me. 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak, and we'll be right back at you.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I know y'all having difficulties, so I'm going to do this on the phone.
One moment, please. We are calling your party. Lines are temporarily busy. Please try again later. Hello?
Hey, Crystal, it's Zell. We're going to do it from this phone line. Because,
Okay.
yeah, got technical issues here. All right, we're in a commercial break. Just hold on. It's at Maxfield, yeah. And for my higher learning channel, so you'll be able to hear, because we were having some technical difficulties. But you're going to like this last hour, because this girl is off the chain. Do. Okay, where's my intro music? Okay, for those of you who are listening who couldn't hear before, I've got her on the line so I can put her on speakerphone so you can hear it. Because this girl is it's too bad for you to miss this. You got to hear this. So y'all just give me another 30 seconds here and we bring her back live. You'll be glad you did. So hold on, hold tight. Okay, Facebook family, you're gonna be happy. I promise you. Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks Monday Morning Mindfulness. And my guest today is the one and only phenomenal woman, Crystal Tucker, aka Red Velvet, comedian and song stylist from the Dirty South, who is awakening us, enlightening us, and inspiring us today. Welcome back to the show, Miss Crystal Tucker. And a good morning, a grand rising to you too. Thank you so much, girl. The lines are lit up. Folks want to talk to you, Crystal. Let's go to the phone line. 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. We are at 336-350. Grand Rising. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Mama Z, we can barely hear you. We can barely hear you. I barely hear you. You sound like a whisper. Can you get it a little bit louder? Can you increase the volume? No, it is super low. I don't know what's going on. And I want to take your call, but it is super low. Let me see if I can increase my volume and make it a little bit louder, because it is just not happening. You want to hang up and call back? Yeah, okay. Hang up and call back, Mama AZ. We're going to go to another phone line, 312-671. Your line is open, 312-671. Thank you for joining us this morning on the Female Solution. What's your name? Where you calling from? Grand Rising. Okay, we can't, I don't know. We got some technical difficulties here this morning, so we'll just continue the interview, Crystal. We were talking about the Dirty South and how people have a tendency to think that people in the South are slow. And, you know, because I've heard that all my life, because, you know, when I tell people I'm going down South, and they're like, girl, what you want to go down there for? Ain't nothing to do. It's slow. It's so slow and people so backwards. And I was like, baby, you don't know what you're missing in Mississippi.
Well, I can say this. If you were talking to a person and they told you that there was nothing to do down south and that the people here are backwards, you were talking with a backwards person. Probably has a limited view on life, and they probably do the same things over and over and over where they are. Most of the time when I'm in an urban area or in a northern urban area, or I'm in a large, very large city, and people have this misconception about the South, these are usually people that even if they live in a large city, they haven't traveled that many blocks outside of their own neighborhood.
Girl, you better say that.
There are people right now in New York, in Chicago, in Detroit, out in Los Angeles, who've never been outside of the state.
Mm-hmm. I see a lot of that.
They never. I know people who, when I visited a city, they never visited some of the landmarks and some of the museums and art galleries and great cultural offerings of their own city. So when you speak with a person who doesn't know the history and the offerings of their own neighborhood, how can they possibly give you such a documentary online?
Okay. You better say that. And I find that to be so true, because if you ask them what they do on the weekend, let alone the weekday, they don't have anything to say. They don't do anything. So how can you say that about a group of people in another part of the country and you do nothing here and you're in the city? So
Exactly.
that speaks volumes about themselves.
If it wasn't for and it's an old adage that I've heard the old folks say, because I grew up in a small rural town.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even grow up in the city limits. I grew up out in the rural area of a small town in a community down in Alabama. But I would hear people say that if it wasn't for the country, honey, it wouldn't be no city.
Okay.
Most of the people who are out in or up in the northern urban cities, or even out west or in the Midwest, migrated from the South. There are distinct migratory patterns that Black people followed between the, I would say during the Great Migration North, that probably took place, the greatest years took place in the 1920s to the 1960s. It took, I would say, over a 40-year period, 4 decades, or maybe more, that you will see that when you go up to New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, that those people migrated north from Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, maybe even Maryland or Kentucky. You will find that those that are in Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, they came up from Alabama. A lot of them came up from Alabama, some from Tennessee. Chicago is Mississippi and Arkansas.
Okay, you better say that, girl.
When you can't, you're not gonna walk a mile on the south side of Chicago.
Yes, ma'am.
Finding someone from Chicago, from Mississippi or Arkansas and Alabama. The same when you go to Indiana, certain parts of Indiana, when you go to Indianapolis, when you go to St. Louis is full of Arkansas and Mississippi.
Yes, ma'am.
Even Alabama, there are a few people, but usually people migratory patterns. When you go out to Los Angeles or go out to certain parts of California, the migratory pattern is that people there came from Arkansas, Texas, and Louisiana. And there are a lot of people from Mississippi out there.
Yes, ma'am.
In any direction, that's where they went. And there are quite a few people from Florida who went up to certain parts there. But Cleveland, Detroit, Boston, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Indianapolis, Chicago, Milwaukee. When you go to Minneapolis, Minnesota, when you go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you will find a lot of people there from Mississippi and from Arkansas, because as one person went there and got established, they would send back for their wives, their cousins, their sisters, and their brothers. And so you have whole neighborhoods. If you go back a few years, especially in the 50s and 60s, you have whole neighborhoods established in places where people came from the same area.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So when I hear people downgrading the South, I have to ask them, how many generations can you go back before you find out that you come from here?
Okay.
The other thing is that I salute the men and women who stayed in the South, especially men like my grandfather, because I asked my grandfather, I said, well, everybody was running up north, why didn't you go?
Okay.
He said, what am I going to leave land that's paid for and I own?
Ooh.
Dirt that my ancestors sweated for. Why would I leave this dirt that I own? Up north and freeze there and pay somebody residue. Now, that may not be the case for everybody, but I find out that when you look at the migration happening from south to the north, that with many of our ancestors got north, they found themselves in maybe a more industrialized north, but they faced as much racism, redlining, and segregation up there than they did here. It's just that they were able to make better wages there that were independent of an agricultural industry.
Yes, ma'am. And I love the fact that you said, the man said, why would I leave my land where I'm a homeowner, landowner, not homeowner, landowner, and go north to be treated indignant? Why would I do that? That's a powerful statement.
And there were some who had that choice.
Yes.
I also wanted to be understood, clearly understood, that there are many who went north, didn't necessarily go by choice. There were many families here in the South who had their land taken from them.
Yes.
The night riders, the Ku Klux Klan would go into homes in the middle of the night. They would murder the father. They would lynch the father.
Yes, ma'am.
And they would run these people away. These people, a lot of people, they didn't go up north because they had a job waiting on them or a house waiting on them. Many people fled the South in fear of their lives, and because these people wanted their land, they couldn't just take their land. So they would kill the father, they would kill the men, and then the women and children leave for fear of their lives.
Right.
And it happens all over Mississippi, Alabama, all over the South, where Black families had acreage, where they had land. And these white people would just murder them and take it. And out of fear, they often left in the middle of the night, running for their lives.
Yeah.
And they settled into the northern ghettos, and many of them were able to eke out a living or find jobs in industry or hospitality. They went from sharecropping or farming here to finding working class jobs, blue collar jobs.
Yes.
And eventually reared and raised children and were able to educate their children. But the conditions under which a lot of Black people left the South, fleeing north, is an ugly incident or a very harrowing event. And that is also the reason why so many people up north still see the South as a very horrid
especially when you have incidents like I can't remember the guy's name, but it was a brother going down. And as a matter of fact, my cousin who helped raise me, Running Bear, his name was Bob Pitchford. He had a white woman, and they had a baby together. And when we would go down south, he made sure that she was in the back seat. So if he were to pass a cop, they wouldn't see him driving a white woman because they would pull you up because he had pulled over many a time. So when we would drive down south, that was one of the things that we had to be aware of because it was so racist that
he had to either hope that they did not see her,
yes,
or he had to position her so that they would believe that he was her chauffeur.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head because the Green Book and Driving Miss Davies is real. It is real to this day. It is real. Now, before we went to commercial break, Crystal, we talked about I named a few places that you recognize, like when my mom passed. There was no one here, excuse me, in the city of Chicago to take care of my sisters and brothers. And my brother was recently married, and his wife did not want children as of yet. So he decided to send my brother, my little brother, my next to the oldest sister, and myself to live with an aunt in Crenshaw, Mississippi. This was a rude awakening. We were living in the projects in Stateway Gardens, 3651 South Federal, as I told Michael Collier, comedian Michael Collier, who was on a couple of weeks ago. And we had a culture shock because when we got to Mississippi, first of all, we went there by train. So I learned to hate Amtrak real quick because that was a bad experience for me. When we got to Memphis at the train station, my aunt she didn't drive, so she had a friend pick us up in a pickup truck. And there were only 2 seats in the truck for him, the driver, and for my aunt. So myself, my little brother, and my sister, we had to ride in the back of a pickup truck. Coming from Chicago, we don't know nothing about a pickup truck. We don't know nothing about dirt roads. We don't know nothing about picking cotton. We don't know nothing about farms. We know none of that. So this was a culture shock. And talk about being depressed. Oh, my God. But by the grace of God, I ran away 3 times. The last time I made it back to Chicago and my sister kept me. That's another story. But my point is, I hated Mississippi for the very first year. The second year, I learned to love it, Crystal, and I love it to this day. And I want to retire there as soon as I can convince my husband we need to get out of Chicago. But he ain't trying to hit it, so I don't know. We'll wait and see. But the fact that I learned about the Tunica before there was a casino in Tunica and Markham and Sledge and Crenshaw and Falcon and Lambert. I still have family there today. Not a whole lot of them, but 2 or 3 of them and some friends. Girl, I love me some Mississippi. I don't care what nobody say about Mississippi because I love it. And when I found out you were from Mississippi, I was like, oh yeah, this girl know a few things. Miss Crystal, AKA.
I live in Mississippi. I was born. My mother happened to be in Omaha, Nebraska when she went in labor with me.
Oh.
Up there with my grandfather's brother. And my grandfather had a brother in Omaha, and he had a brother in Chicago. And my mother was in Omaha when she went in labor with me, and she brought me back to Alabama. I grew up in Alabama, and I chose to make Mississippi my home.
Oh, okay.
But I will tell anybody, Alabama and Mississippi are sister states. They're very much alike. The history of the states are parallel. The social conditions of the states are parallel. As a matter of fact, if you look on the map, Mississippi and Alabama even are shaped similarly. But I will tell any person who has a distorted or a miseducation about the South, the history of our people begins here. A lot of it begins here in the South. The South, the American South, is possibly the cradle of African American history in this country. So many great and wonderful people came out of the South. So many, you can't even trace American music any further than the American South. It is from the American South that blues came, that jazz came, and even if you were in Detroit and you go to and you look at its early artists, they all migrated from the South or their parents were from the South. If you go to Chicago and you look at all of the great music, the soul music that came out of Chicago, the blues music that came out of Chicago, there is a direct line from Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, Georgia, and Tennessee. Those are the southern states that have given you all of the great rhythm and rapping and blues and jazz that you will ever hear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And that music was birthed from a people and a culture that took everything from them except this great music. You couldn't take their music because it was in them. And that music was a message, it was everything. And because of these great musicians and these farmers and these people who had worked so hard and were trying to make inventions to make their workday easier, a lot of great things, a lot of great people came up from the South.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of the beauty here, the weather, the natural resources here, the climate, the architecture, the people, the closeness of communities, I would never want to live outside of the South. There's just something about the South. I was raised here. It's who I am. And I don't think that you're going to find, of course, there are some negative things that have happened in the South, but there are negative things that have happened in every state, in every community, in the country, all across the world. But the South was highlighted, and it has to be highlighted. Where we are here down in the South, I want you to consider that the civil rights movement did not begin in the North.
Amen. It began right here, 515-605-9325. Our executive director, Naima Latif, is on the line.
Yes. Yes.
Grand Rising, you're live on the air with Crystal Tucker.
Yes, Grand Rising. Really enjoying this conversation very much. Also with me is Mama AZ, who has some information she'd like to share. Go ahead, Mama AZ.
Grand Rising. Thank you so much for this reasoning information today. Sister Tucker, let me ask you this, and how are you this new day?
I'm great, and I hope you are as well.
I am. I'm wonderful at this moment. I'm sitting here at it's what you call Fort Naco, Arizona. It's the last historic site of the Buffalo Soldier, and I'm wondering, are you familiar with Arizona? Do you happen to know if you have any people out here in Phoenix? Or out there in Phoenix, because there are a lot of Tuckers out there, or is that your married name?
Tucker is my family name. It is my maiden name. I have not to date been made familiar with any Tuckers out in Arizona, but I'm going to tell you this. If they good folk and they doing good things, I'm going to show claim.
Yes, the Tuckers that I know are very progressive people, hardworking people. Now, let me get to the point. Okay, are you familiar with Dan Calloway?
I am not. Educate me, sister.
Okay, look this little brother up. Not everybody came from Africa. Not every doggone body was a slave. Many of us already were here. And when I had the opportunity to go to Lame Deer, Montana, remember this, Lame Deer, Montana is the northern Cheyenne country. And they have this college called Dull Knives College. inside that little museum that they have there. When you walk in at people from Texas, Mississippi, New Orleans, all of those southern states, like my people look, I was shocked. Now these are Indian people, you know, in prairie regalia with the covered wagons and so on, but they like my people. That's number one. Dane Calloway. And the next person is Chick Horse. Have you heard of her?
You got my whole attention. I'm learning. I'm in learning mode. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. If you take my number down, please, this is very important because it's very significant that you're on this show today. And my number is 336-350-5474. And I will get you up to speed. Let me repeat it again. Yes, ma'am. 336-350-5474. And I'm out in Arizona. It's a North Carolina number.
336-350-5474.
Yes, ma'am. That is correct. You must look up on that contraption, Dane Calloway, and then I will send you as far as your horse is concerned. I think she's out of Louisiana. She's a chief.
Because the more I find out about the history of our people, the more I realize that I don't know, and that it just makes you dig. Every time you find out one thing, it makes you dig deeper and find something else, which makes you dig even deeper.
Amen.
Yes. Yes, and if you can call me after the show before I get my day started, I would be very appreciative of that. Thank you so much. Somebody else may want to chime in. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we will make a connection today.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Thank you so much, Mama AZ. We always appreciate the elders because they bring us wisdom and knowledge, information that we may not ordinarily have. So thank you very much for that, Mama AZ. We greatly appreciate. Where would we be without the elders? Thank us. Where would we be without the elders? Naima, what was that? Yeah, we would be dead. We would be dead. Naima Latif, did you want to comment? Sister Naima? Okay, if you just joined us this morning.
Yes.
Did you want to join the conversation?
Well, I'm certainly learning as well. I think that as we uncover the details of our history, as Mama AZ says, there were centuries of travels of people who were already here to this continent, and many of the native people, our roots are in Africa. So I think just for psychological reasons, we need to stop seeing ourselves as ex-slaves, because that was an experience, not an identity.
Amen.
So when we realize that we were people who traveled all over the globe before the enslavement, and many of us had settled here on this continent, then we can respect those who already were here, who were trading, intermarrying, inventing, discovering all kinds of things that were going on before the Europeans got here. And what we need to do, those of us who recognize that our ancestors may have descended from those who had that traumatic experience of capture and enslavement, we need to realize that that's all it was. It was an experience that taught us a very important lesson, and that lesson is something we're supposed to share with the world, and that is that this is not the way that human beings should be treated, not on the basis of race, not on the basis of gender, not on the basis of income. Cruelty should never be tolerated in any culture, and so this is what we must bring to the world. Some parts of which are still treating people in a very cruel fashion. So that experience was to give us wisdom so that we can shed light to others.
Amen. You are right on target. If you just joined the conversation this morning, it's 8:35 on The Female Solution. My guest today is comedian and vocalist Crystal Tucker, aka Red Velvet from the Dirty South. And you just listened to our executive director, Naima Latif of The Female Solution. I'm Zelda Speaks, and you stay close. We're taking calls 515-605-9325, and we will be back with you shortly. Okay, Crystal, we're in a commercial break. Be right back. We got another 20 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you, baby. Appreciate you, girl. Solar energy. Say that again.
When you mention Lambert, Mississippi, I work with a physician who comes from up around Lambert. That's in Quitman County.
Right. Yeah.
There are some, as a matter of fact, Kimberly Lawson Roby, or Kimberly Roby Lawson, the author, who writes these books, she has ties to that area of Mississippi.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Excuse me. Just so you know, even though my mic is off on the Blog Talk on The Female Solution, we're still live on YouTube channel, just so you know. So if I need to take you off speakerphone, let me know. Hold on one second.
But when you mention Lambert, Mississippi, there are a lot of people who have done great things from the South. But I was thinking that I had a conversation with someone at work, and we were talking about a different community.
Yeah.
And when they mentioned Lambert, Mississippi, that is where, and I hope I'm saying it, but her name is Kimberly Lawson, and she writes a lot of fictional books. Well, I think that she just changes the names because some of those scenarios in those books are so real.
Okay.
That it had to have happened, and I wonder if she just changes the names to protect the guilty, but she has ties to Quitman County, Mississippi, and so does one of the greatest harmonica players that ever lived. He was deliberately unsung and deliberately underrated, but he was the Black music pioneer. His name was Snooky Pryor.
Oh.
Snooky Pryor was one of the most phenomenal harmonica players, but Snooky Pryor had some business sense and some business savvy, and he wouldn't let himself be used by the big machine that used and misused a lot of Black artists back in the day.
Okay.
Snooky Pryor eventually came back started performing on his own terms, but until he could do it on his own terms, he wouldn't do it. And he is not only a great musician, somebody that I like to hear play and sing his recordings, but I also admire him for having that independent spirit that would have not allowed him to be manipulated and misused.
There is the mayor, his name down is Joe Sugar. You heard of him?
Joe Sugar is the mayor there.
Yes, ma'am. I
don't know him personally, but that dirt in Quitman County, that soil in Quitman County has produced some pretty phenomenal people.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't know him personally, but I have a girlfriend down there who knows him, and I've even talked to him a couple of times. Real nice brother, and it's like, wow, you have no idea the amount of resources that are available there, because we're stuck on stupid.
Well, here's the thing I tell people all the time about our ancestors, about those slow country folk down in the South. Now, we grow up and we go to college and we get our little house, we get up to, that best. We might, some of us make
All right, hold on.
3, 4, 5,000
One
square
more
feet.
commercial. Hold on.
And you got a lot, your lot may be 10, 12,000 square feet. You might have a half an acre lot in a subdivision.
Right.
How can you possibly say you're smarter than that old country farmer who owns a couple of hundred acres of land free and clear that he is generating revenue off of when he sleeps because he can sell timber, cotton, soybeans, and raise cows? This man owns a couple of hundred acres of land. He doesn't work for anybody. Nobody controls his income. He's a self-made millionaire. Understand it. This man might be driving a pickup truck this morning and he might be at the feed store with a pair of overalls.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But he owns that hundreds of acres of land. He's educated his children. He's sent his grandchildren to college. They don't have any student loans. How can you call that man country backwards and slow?
You better say that, girl. You ain't never lied. You can't.
You can't.
And the fact about, because when you say that, you're talking about my grandfather, who I never met. And
I'm talking about your grandfather. I'm talking about my grandfather. I'm talking about these black men
thank you.
who own their land, who work their land, and their wives didn't go work in nobody else's kitchen. Their wives weren't anybody's housemaid. Their wives only cleaned their own house.
Okay.
Their children don't pick anybody's cotton but their own. It ain't no way call those people slow, dumb, or country.
Okay, here we go, Crystal. Grand Rising. And thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution. Monday morning mindfulness with Zelda Speaks and my very special guest all the way from the dirty South, vocalist, singer, comedian, Crystal Tucker, aka Red Velvet, as we go to the phone lines 515-605-9325. We have Minister Cynthia Williams on the line. Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us.
Peace and blessing and Grand Rising this morning. And this young lady, Ms. Tucker, you are a brilliant young lady. You are so full of knowledge.
Yes, she
and
is.
That's what you are from the dirty South. Your ancestry. And myself being born in Mississippi, I'm 7 years old. And my family members were from Mississippi. And my mom and dad were born in Coldwater, Mississippi. And the Choctaw Native Americans are down there. That's part of my Native American heritage and Cherokee on my father's side. But my point is this. These people were not backwards. My father didn't have an 8th grade education, but he was brilliant. And he moved to Chicago and moved us to the most prestigious neighborhood, Hyde Park, in the 50s. Can you imagine? Because he had that kind of upward mobility. And many blacks had that coming from the South, wanting the best for their family. Immigrants coming here to the United States that are allowed to come here now. But he had high ideals and he did well with us. But let me say this as far as land, that also was true because we had every representative had land too. But unfortunately, some were very successful, others were not, because the Caucasians were jealous and manipulated to take the land from the African American males who had it and family members who had the land. And being in Memphis, I always say, there were more people in Memphis than Elvis. And Elvis got his musical skills from listening to black musicians, and that's what they always did. Even when we migrated to the West Side, those boys from England would come over there and be on Fifth Avenue, listening to music and learning from the black musicians from Mississippi, Alabama. So, everything that you say, you're really a young woman, you are just very, very smart. That's that history of jealousy because we are the cultural excitement. You know, I've heard Caucasians say that they're family members and their culture is so sterile. And unfortunately, because they're at that level, they look at us as the entertainers, and we just brilliant people. And we're rhythmatic to the music of the universe. So we just have it, not to say on a racist term, but we're just people that have life because we are the beginning of life. Therefore, we bring it out in every way that we do. We add flavor, we add music to everything, and they copy us, rapping everything. Everybody copies us because we are the earth, we are the substance. Now let me finish about my grandfather, my mother's father. Now this is something I've never done DNA research or something. His last name was Mormon. I'm like, where does this tall, light-skinned black man, very intelligent, went to college? Well, I wonder his name Mormon. That was so interesting. I was trying to do the research on that. My grandmother, who birthed my mother, her name was Lavinia Harris, which I was telling my maybe we're related because that is my baby's last name. So she came from Louisiana, her family. So, there's some connection with all of us, really. But I wanted to say that these people who came from the South, highly intelligent, just because they didn't have the high education, they were still brilliant and geniuses from the universe. And so my father was one of them. And that's why I got my education. And I started a nonprofit to help people dropping out from high school because I watched him work at the steel mill. Many of them got hired at steel mills, motor company, GM, but he still strived to take care of his family and go to the high school here when those fellows to evening class to get his 8th grade education. There were some issues there, I will say, in security, but coming here, he still had the courage to come and pray because he wanted better for himself and his family. And my family on the west side, I love them dearly, and beautiful people, very culturally inspired, and very, this is our thing. They broke us down psychologically, not to think much of each other, but there's no slow people, no ignorant people in the South. These people invented things. They created things. They knew how to go to the land and think about healing herbs and whatever because whites would not allow us. And who would want to go to a hospital where they might kill us because of segregation? They hated us down there. So therefore, we had to come together as a community. And that's what we talk about now. We come to the urban areas and we talk about it. We don't have that bond that we had when we had the South. So those of us who remember need to continue that. And I'll try my best by example to do that myself. It's difficult because we've been so broken down and so separated from each other. Even when we came here to Chicago, I lived in the project too, Zelda. And I lived in Darrell Home, 37 Cotton, and I watched Robert Taylor and Stay Lake. Well, that was a plan.
Yes.
We were all migrating to the north, so maybe at that time, they had to go all locked up in these buildings, but we did the best we could. We didn't look bad at first.
No, we didn't.
But when you, as they did study at the University of Chicago, Langston would be piling on top of each other, then they go crazy. Mm-hmm. That's a real study. They always study, And UC had a study on Black people. And that whole thing was expressway, that was built so that they could get you tanks and stuff down there if we did anything bad, like you say, rioting and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So it really has been a history, but we have had to survive like oppression and housing and all because we are great people. And in our history books, and this is my problem as an educated woman, that we go to these schools, we get this education, we're still on the plantation, we take that white man's education, and it's like we get locked in. Okay, I got a PhD. That shouldn't define me as a Black person. That only shows what I've achieved in this world. But why do we bring that garbage back to our own people and still have that hatred? Because we still don't know who we are. Perpetuate It's garbage. We really do. And I refuse to. That's why I didn't go get my degree in psychology. Because all you do is study about white folks. Dead white people. They don't like black folks. Get it out. So my point is this. If we can remember, as you young lady are using it to help your comeback and your music and all of that, to remind those that need to be reminded who and what we are and what we have achieved and accomplished. Mammy was a stereotype. And Mammy was Big Mama, which is what
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
right now.
Big Mama.
Big Mama. And my whole concept of my Sisters in the Spirit organization is about educating women of color as to their heritage, spirituality, psychology, sociology, but with the divine presence of my divine femininity, of the precept, and with my age, I'm going through the heart of the human existence, understand who we are, and bring about changes globally as women. So, Sisters in the Spirit, and then my Spirit Day and meditation, kitchen table conversation. Now people come by, and we spend time in the kitchen and talk about different things that they want to present to the world. I would love for you to come and visit and be on the kitchen table conversation. I usually have people come on Sundays, 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. It only lasts about 30 minutes. We're just going to converse when it's my independent TV show I'm doing now. But just converse about where you are and what you want to talk about. But you are so brilliant, young lady. I swear. I mean, you go to the jail, it's so good. You're so down to earth with it.
Yes, she
and
is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
But so much to this country because we are the original spiritual people. And through our womb as women, we are the original being. We birth male and female on the planet. That's a DNA fact.
All righty, amen. Thank you so much for that, Minister Cynthia. Crystal, you're in Mississippi and she in Chicago, so I don't know how y'all gonna do that. I guess you're gonna Skype it or something of that nature.
You make sure if this is your network of people in Chicago, now you know planes, trains, cars, and technology.
Say that.
It should connect us more. There's no reason that we as a people should be divided or separated because there's so much technology that we can use now to bring us together. And I just appreciate women like you, women like her, because I tell people all the time, people ask me, why is it that I know some of the things I know. It's not that I'm any smarter than anybody else. I was blessed to have access, and I had a healthy curiosity that was fed by those women who braided our hair and
yes.
our house.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
When you got old enough, you were privy to generations. I was blessed enough. I didn't learn what I learned because I went to college. I went to college to get as my granddaddy said, I went to college so I could get me a glorified work to get me a job and support myself.
Okay.
But my true education came about because my people said, I don't want to send you away from here only to return as an educated fool.
Say that. You better say that, girl.
Send you off this dirt, off this farm. I don't want to send you away for you to come back an educated fool. I don't want you to have come away from here and gone and bought you a piece of sheepskin and you know everything except who you are.
Okay, you better say that, girl. You better say that.
So, that is why I am most appreciative of the experiences that I had on the front porch, under those big shady trees, by the fireplace, sitting at the hearth, around that dining room table. That is why it is so important. And like I tell people, new architecture, they build houses now. Houses got 5 TVs. Nobody sits on the porch anymore. We abandoned that.
Yeah.
That was it because white people told us that we were sitting on the porch. They would call us porch monkeys.
Yes, ma'am.
Some folks got ashamed of sitting on the porch. People do not realize your porch is an extension. It is the cursed room of the house.
Yes, ma'am.
The porch is where people and families gathered and they talked in the evenings. They went over their day. They connected with each other. And when we lost that, When we lost those communities where my grandmother and your grandmother would talk across the street from the porch, and we were safe. Whatever was going on, even if somebody was chasing you, if something happened, people left the porch light on.
Yes, they
If you
did.
could get to Miss So-and-so's porch,
Yes.
you would be all right.
Yes, ma'am. You better say that, girl. You better say that. Oh my goodness.
And that is why I tell people all the time, I have done it. When I had to, when I lived in Memphis, I rented a place rented a townhouse for a while. Even it had a porch on. But it is not my intention, as long as I'm in my right mind, I will not live. I don't like to live in a house that doesn't have a porch and a fireplace and the dining room. Because that porch, that fireplace, and that dining room, those are three powerful institutions that are as important to us as the church and the schoolhouse.
Yes, ma'am.
If you start talking to them real grown folks or some older people that's really got some real wisdom,
Yes, ma'am.
No matter what educational institution or institution of higher learning they went to, that good common sense is what carried them through life, and they got a lot of it sitting in front of the fireplace, sitting on the porch, sitting on the shade tree.
Say that.
Sitting around the checkerboard.
Yes, ma'am.
Or sitting around the table with their family.
Yes, ma'am. You are.
Our family. I mean, when I talk about true education, true learning, true power, a person that comes from an extended family of people with what I call good sense is one of the most powerful people you will ever come across, because that person, out of all the things they think they know who they are.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
You
ma'am.
can't do anything with them. You can't misuse for long, mistreat a person who knows who they are. And what is happening with us now is that our young folks don't know who they are. A lot of our grown folks don't know who they are because we've been disconnected. And that drive to disconnect us still continues. Gentrification is going to disconnect us even further.
Yes, ma'am.
Urban renewal, which I call the Negro removal,
Okay.
disconnected us.
Urban renewal.
And I'm not saying that the housing projects were good, but when the housing projects were built, they didn't start off as drug-infested, crime-ridden areas.
No, they
These
didn't.
were places for people to live temporarily. They rented those apartments in the housing projects of the North until they bought their homes.
Right.
You can trace some of the greatest people that have contributed to this country's growth back to Cabrini Green, back to Horner Homes, back to that area, because they didn't go there to stay for generations. A lot of people, Brewster Project up in Detroit, different places, people went there, they stayed for a while, they rented that place until Daddy got on at the car plant, or until Daddy got on at the steel mill, and they started buying houses. But between gerrymandering, redlining, and the way the mortgages were set up, they tried to confine us into the projects, into those areas, so that we would not buy homes and live in that area. Watch the old movie or the play if you can, of Raisin in the Sun.
Amen. Excuse me, Crystal. We got 1 minute left. Crystal.
Yeah.
This show is off the air in 1 minute, but I don't want you to go anywhere. I just want you to give us a closing thought right quick, and we'll continue this conversation for another minute or two on Facebook. So give us a closing thought, if you would, please.
First thing is, I want to thank you and your executive producer and all the great minds that have come together to put this blog talk into the air and into our spirit. I want to thank you all for having me. I want to thank your listeners. And I just want to put on our people's minds that we are a creative, innovative, inventive, and very resilient people.
Yes,
and there is no way that we can fail our ancestors by allowing ourselves to be destroyed or by destroying each other, because we fail to realize who we are and what's inside of us.
Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate, my sister. You have just been listening to Crystal Tucker, comedian, author. Yes, I'm saying it. and comedian, author, well-rounded sister who sings her tail off. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Zelda Speaks. Stay on purpose, stay empowered. Stay tuned to your next Monday morning mindfulness, and stay tuned tomorrow morning with Sister Naima Latif on the Female Solution. And thanks for listening. Make it a great day. All righty, Miss Crystal. I hated to rush you off, but that's the end of that show. But I'm still on Facebook Live if you wanted to add something to your closing statement here for Zelda Speaks Mindfulness Training.
Your audience, the people that called in,
Yes, ma'am.
look, they were, to me, the lady that came in talking from Arizona about the Buffalo Soldiers.
Mama AZ.
That was there talking.
Yes, Mama AZ.
Those people, yeah, Mama Z and all those people,
Yes.
those are great people in your audience who have lit a fire with me this morning. So I'm going to leave the show, get me another cup of coffee, and I'm going to go to talking to them, and I'll probably be Googling and listening and learning and going to the library probably for the rest of the week now just because of that.
Okay.
You're doing a great work. You are doing a great work with what you're doing.
And
I'm grateful to Blog Talk Radio because a lot of the media only wants to depict us in a certain way.
Garbage.
And so sisters like you who have done Blog Talk Radio and are doing Blog Talk Radio on a daily basis and who are putting this out here to the air, they're harnessing the power of the internet. I salute you.
Amen. And we salute us because there is no me without you and no you without me. So thank us for doing the work, and thank our executive producer, Naima Latif, who was on the line, because had it not been for her, I've been knowing this sister for over 20 years, and I didn't even know she had a platform such as this, and she'd been doing it for 6, 7, 8 years before I even came on. So I'm just grateful to be a part of it. Yes, Sister Naima Latif, and thank you.
Naima Latif.
Yes, ma'am. Naima Latif.
All right.
She's the executive producer. And the fact that I was kind of tied up the last couple of days, and I saw, I'm on your list of notifications when you go live. So I saw a quick minute of it, but I couldn't say the whole time. So that's my on my to-do list today, is to go back and listen to your live Facebook chat, so I can go back and promote some of the things that you said and add it to the Female Solution Show and the social media work that we do. So thank you for being the sister that you are. I'm going to let you go and have your tea, your coffee this morning. I'm going to go have my tea, and we're going to meditate and listen to and see what the Word of God has for us for the rest of the day and the week. And I want to thank you so, so much, my sister. You are in my heart, my soul, and my spirit, and I so appreciate you. In case nobody has told you lately, we love you, girl. Yes, we do, with the love of God. Namaste. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll see you when I get to Chicago, and don't you ever come to Mississippi without letting me know.
Girl, you know I'm going to call you when I'm coming. You know I'm going to call you. I'm like, okay, girl. All right, Crystal, I told you I'm coming. I'm here. Where you at?
Yeah. As my mama would say, come on down and give me a reason to pull out the pots and use my good dish.
I love it. Thank you so much, Crystal. I will definitely be in touch, girl. God bless your ministry. Thank you. Appreciate your love. I'll be in contact. All right, y'all. That was Crystal Tucker, aka Velvet, Red Velvet. She is the comedian, song stylist. She said she was singing the blues. I didn't even know the child sang, but I know she can sing, because if she sang anything like her commentary on Facebook, this girl is the bomb diggity. I don't know what the terminology that young folks use today. I don't have a clue, but she's the bomb. So I hope you've enjoyed it today. And this is something that I didn't address, was that about education. And because she was talking, we ran out on the show. And one of the things that struck a chord with me is that after I left Columbia College and went to get my bachelor's degree, I got that. But it was always in the back of my mind that I needed a doctor's degree, because that is how we are indoctrinated, that we need this sheepskin piece of paper in order to validate our lives. And I am not knocking anyone who goes to school to get that degree, because it's evident that when you work in corporate America, if you don't have that piece of paper, it's like you're less than. So, go get your paper. But as far as the advanced degrees, I did not get a master's degree and I did not get a doctor's degree, because someone said to me, I don't remember who it was, but they said to me, if the current degree that you have did not get the job that you wanted, or the jobs, or a list of jobs that were available, what makes you think that if you go back to school and get your master's or your doctorate, what makes you think that those other degrees, because some people got 2 or 3 doctors, 2 or 3 masters, and I'm not hating, I'm just saying, what makes you think if you go back and get those other degrees that you will be more valuable to corporate America, and that even if you are more valuable, will you be recognized as equal? And will it get you the amount of money that you want to buy more things that you want? So that's the question that I leave you with today. Because after I thought about what he or she said, I don't remember, it was a man or woman. It just always stuck in my mind. It's like, why am I going back to get a doctorate degree to reiterate what I've learned, to use it in the corporate America, which I'm not going to say despise, I'm not going to say hate, that has no respect for me. I'll just say it like that. Why would I go back, put myself in $20 to $50 to $100,000 in debt just to prove a point to somebody in corporate America? Whereas if I spend some quiet time on my own, on my own, listening to the word of God, listening to the Spirit, to the Creator that is within me, that gives me everything that I need to know, and will put me in a position and put me surrounded by people who will give me the information that I need. Why do I need to go back and do that? So that's just my thinking. But I just wanted to leave that with you. Also, if you love plays, if you didn't get a chance to see Michael Collier's Mama, which aired in December in Chicago, which he was here in Chicago. He's traveling all over the world with one-man tours called Michael Collier's Mama. It was at the DuSable Museum here in Chicago. It is hilarious. You must go see it. And you must go see my interview with him. Behind the scenes, it's on our YouTube channel, Higher Learning Network TV show channel. It's on YouTube. I just posted it this morning. It is hilarious. You all will not believe what I did, but I'm not going to tell you, so just go see the video. And also, if you love plays, you will love Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. If you have not seen it, you owe it to yourself, to your family, to your friends. It is playing at the Writers Theater in Glencoe. That ain't but 45-minute drive from Chicago. It's up north. And Wednesday is media day. I don't know, but check the website, writerstheater.org. You'll get a chance to see what the dates are. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is the story of a sister named Ma Rainey, written by Black director Chuck Wilson. I've interviewed him when I was on WCPT radio in Chicago about 10, 20 years ago. More like 20 years ago. Ma Rainey was a pistol-packing sister from the 30s who was a blues singer who didn't take no stuff off of nobody. She told white folks to go to hell with a pistol on her side. And guns weren't legal then, so I don't know how she do it. And people thought that Billie Holiday was the bomb. Well, guess who Billie Holiday learned from? Ma Rainey. You heard? Yes, Ma Rainey, Black Bottom, Billie Holiday, all the great blues singers. Oh, Lord have mercy. You have not lived. Trust me, you have not lived until you've seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. So I just want to leave you with that. On the last note, election is 2 weeks away. If you look out your door in Chicago, in your community, and you don't like what you see, then you need to punch 22. And that's all I have to say about that. Stay on purpose, stay empowered. Stay tuned to your next Monday morning mindfulness with Zelda Speaks on blogtalkradio.com, the female solution. Make it a great day. And remember to do something special for yourself after all, because you do deserve it. And thank you so much for listening, and tune in tomorrow morning from 7 till 9 a.m.